Hello Boxheads, this is Shriggs with CodeBoxMedia.com, and I'm in the Voicebox, and it's been a very long time since I've done one, because I'm not a very opinionated person, but I try. But I just wanted to touch on something we talked about in the last Boxheads podcast. We discussed the what is Caelab playing with, cartoon made by Watchtower, some Jehovah's Witness church group thing. So they made this cartoon, and it was about how a little boy got a toy from his friend. His friend gave him the toy, and he's been playing with it. And his mom, looking at the toy, is like, "It's a wizard, and it does magic." So she has to sit the kid down and tell him that God hates magic. He hates wizards and witches and mages and all things that represent those kinds of mystical beings. And we laughed at it, and we saw how ridiculous it was, and it was ridiculous, but I don't know, I don't have anything against Jehovah's Witnesses, and neither does Baz, but that whole cartoon was just at a level of ridiculous that goes past the 10 on the 1 to 10 scale. Because we know magic isn't real, witches and wizards aren't real. And if you believe witches and wizards are real, then you subscribe to the idea that the Salem witch trials were correct, or when the Inquisition was burning people at the stake, they had the right to do it because there were witches and wizards that they needed to kill because they were going to destroy the world. So, if you see something like this, and it's just beyond the border of crazy, you gotta speak up against it, because this is kind of our thing. We like the fantasy, mystical stuff, and people are like, "Oh, this is just Satanism and Dungeons and Dragons, and it's gonna lead to rituals and summoning demons, and everyone's gonna die." No, just tell them, screw you. It's imagination, make believe, cartoons, comics, video games, fictional. Just that one word. Shut them down. Fictional. So, I don't know. It was just really funny to watch, and I feel bad for the artist or team who made the cartoon, because they actually did a really good job with the animation and the style quality. It looked a lot like something Pixar would do, and yeah, it's not... As an artist, I could see some of the flaws in there, how it wasn't quite as polished or nice as a... They were close. It was a really nice movie, except for the part with the crazy religious Jehovah's Witness wizards are bad and witches are bad thing. But yeah, and that I guess as a side note, Guild Wars 2 is tomorrow, and I'm gonna play an Elementalist, and I'm gonna name him Sparlock in memory of the toy from the movie, and I hope you do too. So, this is Shriggs with CodeBoxMedia.com, and I'll see you in the Guild Wars 2 beta.